inadvertently have done this before, but I just decided to take a break. Yeah, I like it. Right now because we have our transporter. He's hauling over 2 cows and a calf today, so it's just us girls. We gotta go unload him at the corral, and then when Keith gets home we'll tag him, deworm him, do all that stuff. Also tonight after work, when Keith gets home from work, I gotta go with him. I was trying to see if she was right here, but it's not her. We gotta go out in the pasture right here. We gotta go out there and get a heifer. And the transporter, guys, should be here literally any second, so I'm gonna go open up some gates. My gosh, not in gear. Okay, I'm gonna go open up some gates for him, so all he has to do is back in, push him out, and then I'll pay him and off he pops. It works. You got it unfrozen.
I'm going to go in there and try to break the ice.
Good job. I'm still on gate duty. The wind decides to pick up right when we need to move cows. So looks like he got one heifer out, and then he's got some hay bales set up as a barricade. And now that food is right here, they're all right here thinking they're gonna get a snack. Makes life interesting. That actually worked a lot easier than the last time. So we've got the 4 that we need, and now we just have to push them into the corral. Look who just came out to help after we got them all in. Oh no, is Amazon here?
Oh look.
We've got the driveway gates shut, so they can't run out like on the road. And I am supposed to get an Amazon package today. Last time we were doing this, FedEx came and I had to be like, leave the package at the gate, don't open it. It's a windy one today, and it's pretty chilly. Next week's gonna be even colder. The low I think is like 9 degrees, which I know there's other places that are colder than this, but it's pretty cold. They're not twins, but they're the same color. They're pretty, huh? So That's horse poop, and that is literally how close it came to ingesting horse poop. I went to go get the horses, like their grain buckets, out of their little pasture out there, and they got a little excited, and so poop was flung. Cattle moved, check. Heifers in the corral, check. We do have a couple calves out there that need tags, and we just decided today was not the day. It is like super duper muddy out there, and it's not so urgent, so we're just gonna leave them because it's a slippery, slidey mess out there. So they're just gonna stay. We know who their moms are today, but as they get bigger and they're not with their moms anymore, they all start to look the same. And there's only a few without tags. But yeah, last year when they were born, I was like 8 months pregnant, with pregnancy, heat, hay season, calving season. That season was a blur. My horses are like the best, but they're horses, right? They have a mind of their own, and so they love grain, and they get really excited. And then there is a pecking order. So our oldest horse, Gigi, he's the black one. If he does not get fed first, the other two, game over. He is taking their food. So I always give him his grain first to avoid the little snarky nips. But I was grabbing the bowls out of their pasture to bring them in here to give some grain, or to fill them with grain, to then give them grain. And they were a little stoked about that, clearly. So anyways, yeah, I was up against the fence as they were like rearing and kicking, and yikes. I always put hot water on the horse's grain and make it kind of like a little bit of a slop. They're not super young horses. They have their teeth. They can totally eat it, but it just makes it a little bit easier on them. And then it's just extra water, which never hurts. I have absolutely no clue where this towel has been, but I'm using you as a mirror to get the poop off. Oh, it smells like the sulfur stuff I had on Comanche all summer long, which, hilarious note. So, do I have any more? This is like really up close and personal, guys. So this summer, if you weren't here for that saga, I don't even know if I posted it on here on YouTube or if I only posted it on Instagram, but the horses weren't getting ridden this summer simply because I was very pregnant, and I do not discredit women who want to ride their horses during pregnancy. I think it's, if you can do it, do it. I physically could not do it. I was in so much pain during my pregnancy, and I swore my hips were like breaking off. Like, it was so painful. I'm like the type of person that would rather hop the fence than open a gate. And so clearly I couldn't squeeze through the fence. So if I even tried to like hop over the fence, I felt like I was going to literally, like my hips were just going to disintegrate. There was absolutely no way that I was throwing a leg over a horse, and sitting in a saddle. That was not going to happen during my pregnancy. So I wanted the horses to just kind of like roam, live their best life over the summer. So I put them out on pasture with our cows. It didn't go well. So I know a lot of people have their horses with cows and they have no issues. Well, our cows have horns, and horse skin and cattle skin is very different thickness levels. So like when the cows like horn each other to like move each other out of the way for like food or something, no biggie. They might like catch some hair on their horn, but they're not like bleeding. So the horses, this is just what I think happened, and the vet actually thought the same based on the puncture. We think that, which there was a lot of space, so we don't really know like why there would be a tussle, but we think that somehow the horses got horned by some of the cows. And just the way that like on Comanche, it was on his leg, it was in like the worst spot, so you couldn't bandage it because it would fall off. It was horrible. But the way he got horned, it was like up, and it was like in and up, so his wound was like a big like literal pocket of air. And so over the summer, one of my friends who has a ranch in Wyoming, who I literally trust her advice on everything. She recommended this. It's called New Stock. I know it's backwards. I'm sorry. I don't know why my camera does that, but it's called New Stock. It is literally just like a sulfur paste. And funny story, I saw somebody on TikTok put this on their zits and they were like, oh, this is a miracle. If you put this on your acne and you like basically leave it on for like a few hours, your acne is gonna be gone. So I thought that was kind of funny because I have like 3 tubes of it literally in our tack room. And so I don't have perfect skin, as you can see. I actually have a lot of acne scarring right now, from like melasma from my pregnancy. But anyways, I have put it on a few of my pimples and she was right. It does work. It does work on pimples. So if you have a horse and you have New Stock and you have acne, 2 for 1, girlfriend, 2 for 1. It's a stinky face mask, but it works. So anyways, I think the horses have calmed down enough. Those little turds.
It's funny because in school we're learning about electricity.
Finished putting some T-post insulators on so we can do a couple hot wires. Since that's where the cows like to rub on the fence and they break the wire and get out. So hopefully if we put a hot wire where they're rubbing, then they'll stop rubbing on those lines. So we'll see. Now they're kind of relaxing.
Alright, so we are getting stuff, we're getting stuff to do an electric fence up above on the pasture where the cows currently are. We always say we're gonna do it and we never do. So now we really need to do it because we're actually getting the stuff. You want it? No, you don't need it. Your fly's open.